Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makak, Quadash. Double lines be to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and citation to the elders and non-community Virginia mess. And men that are liking that is pushing his word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hope elect. All right. Now, I came across this video because I wanted to do some searching on a lot of Gadite history, all right, and how the so-called white man, you so-called white people, Edomites, stole and took Gad and y'all placed them in these boarding schools, which brothers already know, but you know, through the spirit, man, I think I'm just gonna start doing a lot of Lord's will, start doing a lot of American history when it comes to the Gadites and the cavalry and all that stuff, and them doing the slaughtering, man. So I might do a lot of history just on that, man. Do a lot of reading and stuff, man. Sharpen myself up. But basically, this video is about, I downloaded it through my YouTube, the original video, but I want to expound on it with scriptures, man, because it's really extremely vexing, man. All right, I watched every second of this, man, and it pisses you the fuck off, man. All right, I myself, I'm Native American, man. I'm a Reubenite. Could be Gad, you know. So I got a lot of ties in history with them, man. You know. So we're gonna play just a little bit, and just to get, because in case you didn't see that 40-second video, you know, we can expound on it through scriptures, man. Because you should never trust this damn devil, man. He's never there to help you, man. All right.
A long and brutal legacy of attempting to eradicate Native Americans. For centuries, they colonized Native American lands and murdered their populations. They forced them west and pushed them into small, confined patches of land. But Native Americans resisted. A Board of Indian Commissioners report said, instead of dying out under the light and contact of civilization, the Indian population is steadily increasing. And that was an obstacle to total American expansion. So the U.S. found a new solution to absorb and assimilate them. It all started with an experiment and a man named Richard Henry Pratt.
He had in his charge some prisoners of war, and he taught these men how to speak English, how to read and write, and how to do labor. He dressed them in military uniforms, and basically...
Now we're going to stop there, all right? Now, what you said, they couldn't eradicate Gad, man. They couldn't get rid of Gad. Gad were warriors, man. All right? So what they did is they had to go to another step, which is deception, which they've done to Gadites in the first place on how they got here. All right? Deception and lies, man. That's how these devils got up on this land, because they couldn't deal with Gad in combat. That's why Yahweh Shai Shai had to intervene. All right, this is all the plans of the Lord, man. Because we had to fulfill prophecy through the scriptures of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, the curses, man. So we were going through that. All right, so the Lord had to intervene and put the spirit of Esau. Well, he's already a devil, but he had to put that blueprint in Esau so he can deceive us, man. All right, so we gonna continue to go. But that's what they use. They use a newer plan. And they're doing that to this day. All right. They're using the same blueprint that they had before. And they're using it. They rebranded it and did it today. That's why you have these so-called these jails, man. These jails, these schools. It's the same blueprint, man. Esau keeps wash, rinse, and repeating, man. Like history repeats itself, man. Ecclesiastes tell you there's no new thing under the sun. He's the goddamn devil then. He's the damn devil now. Let's go to Psalms 55, because Esau likes to use this thing like I'm not even gonna watch the whole video. Like I said, I posted it on my channel, but he likes to go and dress up Gad and act like he civilized them, which Gad civilized you Edomites, because you Edomites was disgusting. Y'all didn't know how to hunt. Y'all didn't know how to take care of yourselves in the winter. Y'all didn't know how to clean your feet. Y'all didn't know how to hygiene. Y'all don't know how to do anything. We civilized you, man. So don't get it twisted. Because Esau always wants to use that narrative or play that narrative that we were barbarians or savages. That's where you get the word Indian from, savage. They called us savages, man. And we was all on your ass, man. Because y'all couldn't get down with us. So Esau had to revert to another thing which he loves is deception, man, and lies. All right, let's Psalms 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war in his heart, but the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. That's why you can never trust your enemy, man. You always gotta be circumspect when it comes to being around your enemy, man. I don't give a shit if you grew up with it for 25, 30 years, man. You still always gotta have eyes in the back of your head, man. All right. Now, granted, this was supposed to happen because it's prophecy, but these Edomites, they use these tactics to push the narrative. Let's continue.
And he taught these men how to speak English, how to read and write, and how to do labor. He dressed them in military uniforms and basically ran an assimilation experiment. And then he took his results to the federal government.
Oh, I guess you heard the word experiment. Now we can go through numerous examples of how Esau used experiences on Jake, man. Experiments on Jake. How about the southern tribes with the syphilis joint? You know, when that whole came out, the whole situation came out when they was injecting Jake with syphilis, man. So this devil was always rebranding it, man.
And said they're capable of being civilized. So he was able to get this project funded.
In 1879, the government funded Pratt's project, the first ever off-reservation boarding school for Native American children.
To the federal government and said they're capable of being civilized. So he was able to get this project funded.
In 1879, the government funded Pratt's project.
All right, now we're going to focus on this, all right? We're going to focus on Carlisle Indian Industrial School, which I have it queued up on my internet, on my joint. You devils ain't slick, man. Everybody's finding out, man. Everybody's finding out the Lord is making you bear. As I did my lesson yesterday on Jeremiah, what is it, 49th to 51st chapter, about how the Lord is making you damn devils bear. So we're going to read a little bit into this, all right? This is Carlisle School set the tone. So this was a benchmark, so to speak. This is how Esau he sold this. He sold this idea, all right? Then he got funds and grants and stuff through the government, man. It says Carlisle School set the tone for other American Indian boarding schools, historians say. And all these historians are so-called Edomites, man. Or Edomites. So that you already know they're gonna draw everybody in through their lies, man. All right, starts off with kill the Indian, save the man was the premise behind establishing the Carlisle Indian School in Pennsylvania. According to the National Park Service, the Carlisle Indian School Digital Resource Center at Dickinson College, George Mason University, Smithsonian Magazine. The words are those of Colonel Richard Pratt, who started the boarding school that housed indigenous children, Jake, from across the U.S., including South Dakota. The school opened in 1979 and closed in 1918. About 200 children died at the school, according to U.S. National Library of Medicine. Many of the first Carlisle students became ill from diseases such as tuberculosis and died in the school's opening years. Now, that's a lot of cover-up. We already know there's way more numbers than that because Esau likes to freak off on Jake, harvest organs, do all types of stuff to Jake, man. It's called the curses, man. All right. Those who died were buried in the cemetery at Carlisle. This week, the remains of children from the Rosebud Reservation who died at Carlisle will be returned from South. So this is of course, is an older thing. I'm just bringing it back up. Let's continue to read on a little more. Roughly 10,000 students were enrolled there. Among the children who attend Carlisle were legendary athlete Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is a Gadite, a great athlete, man. So that proves that the indigenous people are Israelites, man. They got talent all over this place, man. Just to name a few. I believe Michael Jackson is a Gadite. Usher is a Gadite. Kyrie Irving is a Gadite. Just to name a few. Roughly, already said that Carlisle was the first of many boarding schools in which indigenous children were forced to live, according to historians. Pratt's belief was that American Indian children should abandon their heritage in order to become full Americans in society. All right, that's not the only time that our heritage was stolen. All right, all of our heritage was stolen really this time around. All right, because we were allowed to keep our customs during the Roman Empire. We were allowed to keep our customs during the Greek Empire, and then that's when everything started to go away. When the damn if I go into the apocrypha, I forget his name, but the king, what is Anti? Whatever. He ordered the Israelites to stop following the laws and customs of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. If he was caught doing it, you're more than likely to get put to death. So that's when we started losing our heritage. All right, let's go to Jeremiah real quick. These are all prophecies, man. It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I would cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever, for a long time, bro. And it's through the grace and power and mercy of Yahweh Shem Al Shai that we got it back now. Well, majority of us. Well, I wouldn't even say majority of us. A remnant of us. A small numbers is getting getting the spirit put back in us, man. All right. Let's continue reading. According to multiple historian sources, including a 2002 paper by Anita, whatever. Okay, let's read this quotations. A great general has said that the only good Indian is a dead one, and that high sanction of his destruction has been an enormous factor in promoting Indian massacres. In a sense, I agree with the sentiment, but only in this, that all the Indian there is in the race should be dead. Kill the Indian in him and save the man, Pratt said in a speech in 1892. That's why you never, ever should trust in your enemies. We'll get that in Iraq, man. Pratt believed that if an Indian child was removed from his surroundings and placed in what he viewed as a more civilized settings, this child could then assume the qualities that would make him fully equal. And that's all just doing re-education, the lies. So basically, you're making a Gadite, an Israelite man, turn into a so-called white man. That's why these people, these jakes were stole, and they were being adopted to these Edomite families to further indoctrinate them and take them away from the power of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, which is all prophecy anyway at the end of the day. But you see how the deception works, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. So we didn't have, the parents didn't have any power. The Esau roll up with these fucking child services and take the kids and put them in foster systems and send them off to a Momo couple, man. A Momo couple, man. That's what happens, man. And they get freaked off. And guess what? They wind up being missing, man. It's a continual process, man. That's why this devil needs to be stopped, man. I don't even need to read no more. We're gonna jump back in. We can just blow this picture up if we can. There we go. And they use all type of propaganda. What they do today, they set these jakes up. They put them in suits. They cut their hair down a little bit, and they make them look like they're enjoying themselves on these boarding schools, which they were being sexually assaulted. They were being abused. They were being hit. The females, of course, was getting you know what. They weren't enjoying themselves, man, and continually they were losing their heritage and their customs and their language, which was the biggest thing that Esau wanted. All right. Now you fast forward to the mid 1950s, whatever. Then they started incorporating Gadites into these so-called white families, and they adopted them, and they adopted the so-called American customs. And now that's why you get a lot more fair-skinned Gadites. All right, there are a lot more pale Gadites that you see today. I know a lot of Gadites that look like Edomites, man. But that's how it stemmed from, man. The intermingling of races. This is all just propaganda, man. And these Gadites were getting tortured, man. So that was a quick little, brief little joint, man. Because you devils, man, this is extremely vexing, man. But it's all good. We're gonna sit here and suffer now because at the end of the day, we already know what your time is up, man. Your time is up, man. Your economy is through. Your economy is finished. Salakia. Your economy is finished. The Georgia Guidestones, what the Lord zapped that joint. So the Lord is laughing, is mocking at you, man. The things you have done. Let's get Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, man. It's Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So Lord is putting these curses on you, man. It's going to be twofold. It tells you in Revelation 13, 9 and 10, he that leaveth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. That the patience, all right, that's called suffering. And we're suffering, man. We have to watch, you have to watch Jake get slaughtered out there, which these 2/3, man, you know, they deserve it. But nonetheless, there are people, we don't really like to see that. But that's judgment from the Lord, all right? We got to see the black woman, and the Israelite women dealing with you Edomites and you Hamites and you undesirables. We got to see Jake putting on dresses, looking like a straight Momo. Women all completely out of order. We have to suffer that, man. But it's all good though. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And just like I said through Jeremiah, which I got yesterday, Jeremiah, we just can quickly get it, just because we already know the times of prophecy is being fulfilled and Esau's kingdom is falling real fast, man. What was it? Am I tripping? It might be 40. Damn, I'm tripping. Damn, I am bugging. Where the hell is that? All right, here it is. It's Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Hey, the Lord is uncovering you, your secret places, your hiding stuff. You can't hide no more. This truth is already blown up, man. This Israelite thing is going over through the four winds of this earth, man. So you can't hide no more. Even low-level Edomites is figuring this shit out, man. So you can't hide no more, man. The things you have done, the lies you have taught in your food system, you know, you can't hide it no more, man. Lord is uncovering you, man. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself. Hey, we're gonna open up this Carlisle school. We're gonna civilize you. We're gonna kill the Indian and save the man. We're gonna put you into barracks. We're gonna clean your hair up. We're gonna shave your face off. We're gonna adopt you. We're gonna send you to a nice wholesome white folk house. All right. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So once a devil, always a devil, man. The Lord has created him to be the wicked, man. All right. It tells you that in what, Malachi? Might as well get it, man. Just so we can prove who the wicked is, man. You devils are done, man. Yeah, the sleepiness and the docileness of Jake is waking up to your bullshit, man. It says Malachi. Oh, is it? Malachi started at 4, but I wanted at I think it's the first chapter. All right, let's go. Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh had indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord Yahweh will be magnified from the border of Israel. There it is. You're the wicked, man. The Lord has uncovered you, man. But that was a quick one, man. I just wanted to expound a little bit on the video, but the video is a beautiful video to watch. It pisses you off nonetheless, but it's very informative, man. All right, these people, these liars, man, they use deception. That's a great tactic to use on your enemy, and they did it very well, man. But it was all through prophecy and of the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, all honor, glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Love honors be to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and citation to the elders and Akim GMS and men that are liking that is pushing his word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Wabad Babal.